everyone has their own. So the idea is everyone has their own statement of failure. Everyone has their own journeys. And if we go academically and if we now try to understand the concept, what does failure means, then we can actually understand it in detail that what are the different beliefs which are associated with it. So failure is a state, definitely, as all of you say, it's a state of not meeting a desired or intended objective, which can be at times, be the opposite of success. So it could be due to various reasons. The goals could be big, goals could be small, it could be common stuff which happens in our lives, it could be a smaller things which happen in life. So if we divide the different kind of the intentions when we did not reach our objectives, we can divide the failures into 4 main patterns. One is abject failure. Now, abject failure is a kind of a failure which happens when you did not actually do much in it. There could be some health considerations which happened with you. There could be something that which actually made you not to function up to your best level. These are kind of abject failures, and definitely they have a different pressure which comes on the people who actually deal with these kind of failures. Another is glorious failure. Now, the glorious failure happens, you gave everything. Like, for example, a person was building an organization. He gave everything to it. And suddenly he realizes it's not working. It's a glorious failure. He gave everything to a match. He did everything which should have been done. He practiced, he did everything, but it did not work, which it can be very devastating because that person has given everything, whatever he had, his efforts, his time, his thought process, everything, and it did not work out. Then there are common failures. Now, the common failures are kind of the failures which happen in our day-to-day lives. We were expected, to send some, files or some documents to our seniors or the faculties. We did not put the file attachment in our mail. Small mistake which we did. We had to go, we had to give a presentation like that. Today it happened with me. I was sharing the presentation and suddenly it disappeared from my screen. I switched it off actually, but it was there, so I could retain it back. These are small stuff which happens in our day-to-day life. We do not intend to do it, but it does happen. What we actually is defined as we as being human beings. But most of the time when it happens, people actually get stressed, they get anxious. Oh my God, I had to give this presentation and suddenly it's not working. It has happened with me many times. I had to go and give a presentation somewhere, suddenly my presentation was not working, and the people tell me, now you speak on your own. And then you are suddenly thinking, okay, what was that slide? What was my complete thought? And then you're putting the paper. It could happen with anywhere, anyone, anywhere. The last one is the predicted failure. Is mistakes and failures are same, ma'am. Mistakes and failures we can define, rather in the failures, we can define mistakes as a part of the failures. It is just mistake is kind of a stuff, which you were supposed to do, you were not able to do. So failure could be in that sense, because ultimately, that's why I spoke about failure is that you were intended to reach some goal or objective, you were not able to deal it. So mistakes is definitely, and common failures are type of mistakes only. Right, Deepika? Okay, the last one is the predicted failure. Predicted failure is a kind of a failure which we create in business scenarios, which we create in business scenarios so that we can understand and reevaluate the kind of the work and the product and the service we are creating. You must have heard about a concept called as design thinking. In design thinking, what we do is we create a minimum viable product, or we create a prototype of a product by creating many ideas. We create as many ideas as possible and then create a minimum viable product. But we do not know, or maybe at times we are also at a gap that we do not understand the customer needs and expectations correctly. Then how do we evaluate? So we now create that scenarios where we know, this product is not up to the mark, but we want to improve it. So we go into the market, we go to the customers, we create those research scenarios by putting up forums, qualitative research, by going ahead with surveys. There are different methodologies which are adopted in research to understand which are the features which are solving a particular customer problem, and which are the features which are the attributes which are not working from the product. So we can get back to our designing labs, or we can get back to the engineers and whatever the people who are developing it to make it better. So this is called as predicted failures, and it is becoming more important in business scenarios in today's time, when the overall products, from putting up right the go to market strategy, this is what we call as, has actually, the time has reduced. Products have to be developed very quickly, products have to be taken to the market very quickly, and they have to be developed in a way that they should be accepted by the customer easily, because there's not endless investment which can be put in development. So we want to be on the point without much of failures, and at that time these kind of predicted failures are used, which is a way of creating scenarios so that we can improve and better our strategies, our products, so that we will not fail in the long term. So if you see all these four type of failures, you will see that all these failures have different reasons and ways of happening. Different reason. Abject has a different reason. Predicted failures is a kind of structured failure mechanism which is being created. Common failure is a small mistake which we keep doing. They have different reasons and ways of happening. But what common thing is that how we deal with them. So if we wish to succeed, we will fail, and let that sink in, which is very important. That if we wish to succeed, if we want to achieve something, we will fail, and this is how the things will happen, because there are a lot many things which are out of our control. The only thing which is in control is we ourselves. Jeff Bezos, yes, absolutely. Jeff Bezos is also a very important person, and someone who can inspire us to millions. So when you are creating your plan to deal with your own failure, it is important that you identify your goals, what you want to achieve, what you want to do. Goals could be long term, the goals could be short term, but goals give you clarity which arena you are going into, where you want to go ahead with. And I've been stressing that self-awareness, awareness of our own emotions are important, so that we could actually accept ourselves as humans. Because making mistakes are not a problem, but not learning from them is a problem. If we made a mistake, we are making the same mistake again and again, then definitely it's not a healthy thing to do. From every mistake, if we could learn from that and could make our next step a better one, it is definitely a good way. So it's very important that whenever you face something in your life, please do reflect on that. First, reflect on your emotions, your own beliefs, then reflect on the problem you had faced. Because over the time, you will realize goals are important, identification of them is important, but the focus on the process is more important. Once you start enjoying the process, you will gain or get to the goal in a better manner, in a more focused manner. And when we start accepting and get to the goal in a better manner, we realize that doing something imperfectly is okay, because there is nothing as perfect, getting to the goal or getting my dream job in one go. That is something very difficult to achieve. I won't say it's impossible, it is definitely impossible. Or setting up a company which solves a big problem which is present in India. It is not impossible, but you will take step by step. You can only climb a ladder by stepping on one step at a time. You cannot just jump. Though some people can jump, I do agree to that, but that's a different thing. But there's nothing called as perfectionist. We are neither the product of our past, and we should not let our mistakes define us. And we should definitely work on self-awareness so that we can manage our fears, beliefs, to keep doing that consistent action for the results. And last and the most important one, I always say, please develop the ability to listen. Ability to listen the diverse or the criticism which you are getting from others, because that has all the, I would say, the crux which will give you the insights to improve. I won't say that take criticism to heart, but if somebody is telling you you're not doing up to the mark, try to understand why they are saying that. Is just because of their own fears, or they actually would want you or would want to support you with their thought process? Because in the end, we see failure is only way to grow ourselves. It is the only way to grow ourselves, our own organizations, our skills, because ultimately it is how we learn to succeed. Once we start failing, we learn how to get up and start walking, because that is where we can actually learn to make ourselves better so that we can reach our goals in a better manner.